How's everybody doing? Doing good? So speaking of worship, did you guys enjoy worship today? Was that fun? I love to get to worship together. It's so great. Well, I got a question for you. Let everybody get up here. I got a question. What is worship? Tell me, what is worship? Praising God. Perfect, yeah. Getting into the Holy Spirit and leaning on Him. Wow, you guys are amazing. That is, okay, you guys are dismissed. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually phenomenal. That's perfect. Is it singing? Is it dancing? That's a part of worship, isn't it? It can be anything, that's right. You know, there's actually like 7 different words in the Old Testament that talk, maybe more, I think there's 7, that talk about what worship is. And so, can it be really loud and crazy? And we can wave our flags and we can yell and scream? And then but when Justin was like, hey, let's whisper how much we love Jesus. Is that worship? We love worship, don't we? It's so true. So whispering can be worship too, can't it? So it's not what it looks like, it's what is worship? It's what's on the inside, right? And so all of it is, and you guys have already kind of said it, but it's all towards who? It's all towards God. And it's saying, you are the one that I'm putting my attention on. You're the one that's my focus. And I want to tell you how much I love you and how much I appreciate you and how good that I think you are, right? That's really what worship. A lot of times when we talk about worship, we're like, oh yeah, that's when we all get together and we sing, and that's our worship service, right? But it's really about our focus and attention on Jesus, isn't it? And sometimes, guys, do you guys ever like when you're at home, you're like, I can worship however I want to. And you can get all crazy and you can do whatever, right? But then sometimes I get here and I start looking at other people and I can get kind of distracted. Any of you adults feel that? I get kind of distracted and maybe sometimes it's like, wow, that person, they dance really cool or they wave real flags really cool. Hang on a second, okay? And we can get distracted by all of those things. And when I'm at home, I can do it however I want to. And that's kind of nice. But really, and I think you guys probably feel this too, when we get to come together as a church family and worship God together, that's super powerful, isn't it? I actually really love it. But what do you think we need to do? We don't want to be distracted by the people around us, but we should pay attention to other people a little bit, shouldn't we? We should recognize the people around us. Because what do we want to do? We want to help. 1 Corinthians, I think it's 1 Corinthians 14 that says that our worship services should be for the strengthening, Joshua, it should be for the strengthening of everybody together, right? And so when we're up here and maybe we're doing flags or maybe we're dancing or whatever, we should be aware of the people around us, right? Because it wouldn't be very strengthening if I got hit with a flag, would it? That wouldn't be very strengthening, would it? That would kind of hurt a little bit. So I want to strengthen the people around me, but I want to go for it in worship. And sometimes that's going to look like really praising loud and big, and sometimes it's going to be kneeling on the ground. It's going to be, sometimes my best worship time is when I'm about half asleep. Is that crazy? But sometimes it is. Sometimes I'm like so connected with the Lord when I'm quiet before Him. So all of that is really good. Okay, guys? I want us, this week, I want you to remember when you're home worshiping, just enjoy how good it is, but also look forward to when you get to go and be with the rest of your church family and focus on Him, but be aware of the people around you. Does that sound good? Awesome. All right, you guys can head on back.